In the heart of the lush and mysterious rainforests of the Americas, a creature roams in the shadows, its spotted coat blending seamlessly with the dappled sunlight. The Leopardus Pardalis, commonly known as the ocelot. Join us on an exploration into the captivating world of this elusive feline, delving into its evolutionary history, ecological significance, and the challenges it confronts. Few neotropical mammals command such allure as the ocelot, Leopardus Pardalis. Ranging from Texas to Argentina, this medium-sized spotted cat has captivated cultures for centuries with mentions in Aztec mythology, while its pelt garnered demand across courts of Europe. Yet despite its extensive historic reach across Latin America, heavy pressures now confront the ocelot as populations decline throughout its range. Once threatened primarily from the illegal pet and fur trades, habitat loss today drives the species' endangerment. As forests fall, this solitary hunter struggles to locate ample dense cover and prey. Its fate now likely relies on strategic landscape planning that preserves connectivity, allowing dispersal between fragmented populations. Evolutionary history. Molecular evidence suggests ocelots share a common ancestor with the domestic cat and other felids about 11.5 million years ago during the late Miocene, as ancient grasslands began expanding across much of South America. Here the genus Leopardus likely diverged from the caracal lineage, caracal/African golden cat, roughly 8 million years ago as rainforests receded with changing climates. In turn, Leopardus pardalis evolved into a separate species around 1.5 million years ago during the Pleistocene era, when glacial cycles led to alternating habitat expansions and contractions, driving speciation across isolated populations. Today's ocelots reflect descendants of those surviving past ecosystem fluctuations. Unlike other neotropical cats, ocelots luckily escaped the mass megafaunal extinctions of the late Pleistocene, enabling their much more recent population and range growth until modern threats emerged. Morphological description. Leopardus pardalis belongs to the small neotropical cat grouping, ranging from Texas to central Argentina. Adults typically attain 28 to 35 inches in head-to-body length with another 16-inch tail. Shoulder height reaches 24 inches and weight varies between 25 to 40 pounds. Their tawny fur exhibits distinctive dark rosettes and stripes running laterally along the neck and back, yielding a marbled appearance well suited for dense forest camouflage. Facial markings include bold black stripes communicating identity while also obscuring eyes from prey. Sturdy jaws wield impressive bite strength, more than double that expected relative to body mass. This aids tackling larger mammalian prey like peccaries. Sharp, retractable claws provide effective weapons, aiding climbing while also catching prey startled from forest undergrowths. Large rounded ears readily detect even subtle night movements, indicating possible quarry, while enhanced olfaction identifies specific mammals and birds over distances. Ocelots showcase no marked sexual dimorphism aside from moderate male size advantage. Ecology. Across its extensive range occupying diverse forest, shrub, and wetland habitats, ocelots exert dynamic ecosystem impacts through numerous predator-prey interactions. Features like acute sense of smell enable reliance on rodents constituting over half their diet, while also providing population control services, limiting seed predation pressures plants would otherwise face. By opportunistically targeting certain mammals, reptiles, and birds, ocelots additionally benefit other predators through harvest of shared resources. Still, despite their ecological importance, minimal tolerance for habitat disturbances or urban proximity undermines key stabilization roles they would otherwise serve. Though occasionally active during day, ocelots follow predominantly nocturnal or crepuscular routines, spending daylight hours resting beneath dense vegetation. Home ranges span up to 10 square miles for males seeking numerous female partners with some overlap, while females occupy smaller 3 square mile areas unless raising kittens. While not overtly social, indirect scent communications facilitate identification despite little direct interaction outside mating contexts. Reproduction proceeds year-round, with females giving birth every 2 years, up to 4 kittens surviving on average. Weaning occurs around 3 months before juveniles disperse to locate their own territories after 12 to 18 months. Lifespans may reach 20 years, though few exceed 12 in the wild. Habitat and behavior. Ranging across Central and South America, ocelots require access to dense scrublands, evergreen or semi-deciduous forests, with high moisture levels favoring abundant ground vegetation they use for cover and ambushing passing prey. Marginal habitats include swamplands, mangroves, and savannas if enough foliage or trees enable adequate camouflage while traveling. Yet high adaptability explains local ocelot presence even in certain agricultural zones like sugarcane fields adjoining native vegetation areas. Within home ranges they frequent numerous hidden resting spots, often beneath thick brush or among buttress tree roots, with proximity enabling rapid escape and surveillance. Periods of activity coincide mainly with dawn and dusk hours, when ocelots employ an opportunistic sit-and-wait predation strategy aided by acute senses homing in on movements of favored mammals and occasionally reptiles or birds. Though capable of impressive sprints or leaps closing distances up to 10 feet in seconds, the bulk of hunting involves stealthy step-by-step stalking, minimizing noise and visibility to exploit any element of surprise before attacking prone quarry. Powerful jaw musculature equips ocelots to kill even prey their equal size through targeted bites that pierce the vertebrae or skull, delivered via grappling forelimbs equipped with curved claws providing vice-like grip control. Larger carcasses may be dragged to concealed areas for feeding over subsequent nights. Conclusion. With historic range diminished by over 30%, Leopardus Pardalis now occupies just a fraction of its former distribution across scattered Central and South American forest tracts. Population declines up to 80% in recent decades have placed ocelots firmly on endangered listings, necessitating urgent recovery planning before localized extinctions eventuate. While no longer heavily traded for feline pelts, ongoing habitat loss poses the gravest threat as roads, settlements, and resource extraction carve up once continuous habitats. Without intact forest corridors enabling dispersal, fragmentation will continue undermining genetic diversity and recruitment for remaining insular groups. Strategic landscape-level interventions to expand old growth or restore secondary forests now provide last chances to create habitat conditions and connectivity ocelots need moving forward. Community assistance engaging rural citizens in preservation initiatives may tip balances, determining whether ocelots continue inhabiting Latin American forests or fade into remnants of the past due to losses inflicted by expanding human footprints.